attached to them. And then you go to another meeting, you get attached to those people, and then you think about the people at the other meeting, and then you wonder about them, and you wonder what they wonder about you, and all these things. But more just kind of wonder about them, not as much of like worried about what they think about you, but you kind of do, you feel accountable to them in a way. So you're like, you don't want everyone to think that you're like drinking again or something like that, but you just go to a different meeting. But then you also don't want to offend. So like, I haven't gone back to this one meeting I liked because I know that if I go back, they're going to be like, oh, you've just been going to another meeting. Then they'll be like, get their feelings hurting a little bit in a way. And it's like, I mean, they try not to have that happen, but they do because they get used to like you coming. And we do that where we'll go to one meeting for every day for a while, and then we'll change meetings. And that's what we've done in the last like month, or it's almost been a month. And, so we really get like locked in with a group, and then we've like left that group. Like this one group we don't go at all anymore. Actually, two of them we don't go at all anymore. And I keep thinking, oh, we need to check back in. But then you feel bad because then they'll be like, they'll either think you were drinking or they'll be like, oh, you just don't like this meeting. So like either way, you kind of feel bad. But it's not that, like we do like it, but then you kind of tend to then like another one more or something. And so I really like my 7 a.m. meeting. And there's this really good 8 a.m. meeting, so you can't go to both because there's not enough time to get there. But if they're right next to each other, maybe, but they're in different parts of town. So it's about good 20 minutes in between them. So I'm like kind of torn because like even when I only go every other day, they'll be like, they'll notice you're not there every day when we used to be going every day. And like, oh, good to see you guys back. But I don't know, so that was my thing today. But I really think I need to go to the 8 a.m. meeting because I'm just not, there's really, it's the meeting, the 7 a.m. meeting is almost all men. There's almost a men's meeting. There's like 2 or 3 old ladies once in a while, like really old ladies, like Gloria's age almost, which are super sweet old ladies. I love them, but I'm like, I need someone a little bit more relatable to me to be your sponsor. Even that's what they recommended. That's what they were saying. I'm not even the one saying it. They said, yeah, you need someone a little closer to your age. So, and a woman, not a man. Because I would have a male sponsor, but they said, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that, or you shouldn't do that. But anyways, I'm going to do a little nunchucks, and then we'll have a little chat. Happy Wednesday, everybody. The weather is gorgeous in Vegas. I feel so blessed to be here because it's not so gorgeous in other places right now. I know they're having I know it might look pretty, the snow, but when you're in the snow, when you're a kid in the snow, that's one thing. But when you're an adult and you're trying to function, go to work or get things done in the snow, it's not always so fun, when it's really, really cold. So I'm really happy. Well, okay, actually, I'm gonna, well, this is a big discussion, but I was gonna talk about New York today. I'll talk about that, where I'm feeling so many torn feelings about that because I'm glad I'm not there, but then I'm sad I'm not there, but then I'm glad I'm not there. So it's it's a tough thing. And I might never go back, and I'm trying to wrap my head around that, and I'm okay with that, but it also makes me sad. But I might go back, but I might not. So it's one of those things where I might have to be okay, I might never go back, which I was talking to Rich about this because New York to me is kind of like me being 20 again, I'm act like a fool there. So it's I'm okay with that chapter kind of closing in my life, but I will miss New York, but I might go back at some point too. So it's not fully, the door isn't fully closed, but it could be closed. So it's one of those things. But I'm actually very grateful to be in Vegas because I've always had an easier time staying sober in Vegas than really anywhere else, which is weird. Even a lot of people say that in AA, it's weird to get sober in Vegas, but something about Vegas is the sunshine and stuff this. It's such a nice day. You want to be outside. You want to be, even though it's a little chilly, I have a turtleneck and a sweater, but it's nice enough to be out here where when it's really cold, you do want to haul up inside, and if your vice is alcohol, that's an easy one to just, stay indoors. Also, bars are dark and dreary and stuff. It's people like it that way when they're drinking. But when you're in Vegas, it's almost weird if you were staying inside when you're drinking all day when it's a nice day. I have had that happen many times where I was why didn't I go outside today? It's so nice today. I stayed indoors all day, or I was in dark bars or something. Okay, I'm gonna do the nunchucks. Okay. Put on my sneakers today because, oh, I have